The richest man in China, who happens to be Jack Ma, once said that if you take bananas and you placed it before a monkey, and you also take money and put it before the same monkey, 10 times out of 10, the monkey would choose the bananas. And the reason is quite simple. The monkey doesn't know that having money will put you in a position to buy an entire plantation of bananas. So that way you can always have more than enough. The reason why the monkey doesn't know is because it has been conditioned to only think in terms of bananas. So even if you place something of value like money before the monkey, it doesn't know that the money is valuable enough to buy as much banana as it wants. You see, the same thing also applies to humans. Now, if you take the same scenario and you place a job before most people, okay, and you also put the option of starting a business before the same person, 10 times out of 10 for most people, they will go for working a job. And the reason is also simple. They don't know that starting a business is way more advantageous and profitable than working a job. In fact, Jack Ma said it is better to earn profit than wages. Why? Because wages can make you a living, but profits can bring you a fortune. And do you want to know why most people will always choose working a job? Because we've been conditioned to only work jobs. Now, I want you to think about this. Since you started going to school all the way to the point where you got to college, the only thing that people have been talking about or preparing you for is to work a job. Now, when you get to become a junior or a sophomore in college, they start talking to you about internship. In other words, get your foot in the door so that way when you graduate, you can get a job, not start a business. All right. And that is why most people have been programmed to get into the rat race. And unfortunately, they're never able to get out. So if you want to get out of the rat race and stop struggling financially, stop working for money, you have to start reprogramming your mind from the job mentality into what I call the business mentality. And to do that, you have to ask yourself this question. What can I start doing now to put me on the trajectory to start in a business? Because believe me, in the age that we're in right now, anybody can find something to do to offer value to other people. You can start a course. You can start selling on Amazon, on eBay, on OfferUp, or even Facebook Market. There's so many opportunities out there today that you do not have an excuse for you not to start something. Because if your goal is to make a fortune or even become financially stable, you have to stop thinking in terms of wages and start thinking in terms of starting a business.